Hello, this is Stephen Clayton. I'm a teacher at Mount Olive Innovation and Technology High School in Doherty, California. First of all, this is for Grand Canyon University, the Disposition Self-Assessment Survey and video for my University 501 class. First of all, what does it take to make a successful teacher? First of all, I work at a continuation high school, and so this school is about offering students second chances. Second chance of learning, being successful, and coming up with a plan. So we create individualized learning plans for all our students, guiding them on how to have a successful high school journey and how to graduate from high school and continue, hopefully, in career and college. I also think it's important to have sensitivity to learning needs of all students and situations and their life situations. I've worked with many special ed students over the time. They have their own needs and specialties, and as well as the regular ed students too. Everybody needs that second chance and that opportunity to do well. And sometimes life throws you a curveball and you're out of school for a month and you got to make that up. And at our school, we have a lot of opportunities to make up for issues that came up in their lives. I also think it's really important as a science teacher to stay excited and have curiosity about my classes and school activities if I stay excited and curious, my students will stay excited and curious and engaged in their work and have a reason to come to school each day. The next question was, what dispositions do you need to work on or grow as an educator? I've worked 13 years and I'm still continuing to grow each and every year of my career. I'd like to be more active in the community that I work in. I live a long distance away and don't always spend the time here in Doherty, and I want to make sure that I know what's going on in the community and convey the opportunities my students have to work in the community and and engage in the community and be a part of the community, especially to put on their resumes and to get those scholarships that high school students always need. I want to work on finding more places to take my students on field trips. My principal is very pro field trip, and I want to make sure they have access to everything to have a really good education. I want to work on my fairness, continuing to build positive relationships with all of my students, even the ones that are annoying and bug you a little bit. We need to keep them on your good side and make them an advocate. And as you can see, because I do so many things at the school, organization is a problem for me. I spent the last hour cleaning my desk off and just trying to keep organized with all the paperwork and all the requirements of being a teacher. How does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? First of all, as a male, I try to dress professionally. I'm always wearing a dress shirt, not always a tie, but always a dress shirt. Black pants or jeans, and nice shoes, trying to convey a professional attire to my students. I'm always at school early. I'm trying to get my students to do what I'm doing, which means I need to be in class early, I need to be ready for the class, and I need to actively engage with students as they enter the classroom. I need to keep a classroom that promotes comfort and engagement to my students and provides them everything they need. At this school, if they need an extra computer, they forgot their computer, they come over to my computer cart and grab a laptop. There's pencils, there's pencil sharpeners available. There's paper available to them. There's notebooks on the shelf. There's textbooks available to them. I try to provide everything they need with no excuses. If they forgot it last night, there's no excuse not to work. They're still coming in and working for me. I try to add dedication to my school, promoting the school as a safe and relevant school experience. We have the tiger mascot from Mount Olive Innovation. I have a tiger up on the wall, and then I have all the school posters talking about the mission statement, vision, levels of student engagement, and school-wide behavioral expectations. Everything that promotes things to the school. I add my own flair to it. During COVID, I found my five daily reminders. I like to go over these at least weekly with my students, just promoting their self-confidence and reminding them that every student is important and has a voice. Including my things up from Amazon, being amazing today and good vibes only. What standards guides my thinking and actions? First of all, you have the school district policies and handbook. It's important to know that handbook and know what your school district actually requires of you, especially when it comes to technology and what you can and cannot access on the computers. We also have state and federal laws. In California, we have the California Standard for Teaching Profession that states what teachers need to do. And I have to keep very current with California law that's always changing and providing new laws constantly for the safety of my students. And I need to know what I can share and what I can't share about my students. We also have, as our class talked about, the Model Code of Ethics for Educators, outlining what a good educator should do, and the Grand Canyon University's professional disposition of learners that we went over, including high expectations, respect for diversity, fairness, professional conduct, reflection, curiosity, honesty, compassion, advocacy, and dedication. And again, my favorite, being a science teacher, is curiosity. And I want to wrap this up saying that we all need to inspire our students to be their very best selves. Thank you again. This is Stephen Clayton again from Mount Olive Innovation and Technology High School.